Welcome to Advent Calendar Day
22!
What a nice way to start this video. So fitting.
A very fitting, nice way, Anna.
Because we're going to talk about what?
Rituals. And the importance of rituals in our everyday.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas is a whole ritual. You know, we do it once a year. We do a certain set of actions and things and say words that are part of that ritual. And the thing that distinguishes a ritual from just a simple habit is the meaning. Like rituals have some kind of inherent meaning.
A lot of today's society has kind of been deprived of this meaning. We have lost touch with some of the rituals we already have had from before. And what we can see when you don't have any meaning of life or you're in your life that kind of grounds you is that it can result in overconsumptions, in obsessive materialism, and in others.
Yeah, we just try to find meaning in things
Surrounding us instead of having these rituals. Did you have any Christmas rituals when you were young?
Yeah, like in my family, we go to church, even though we're not really religious. I enjoy the chanting in church. I sing very loudly. The Christmas songs. And apart from that, yeah, I mean, we have the Christmas tree, we have presents, and some music at home. Music is always a very nice part of a ritual. I think it makes life more festive. Like this candle, for example.
I remember in our family we have this one tradition, this one ritual that is super important for me, and I remember when I was a little child. So I come from Norway, and in our family we have this one ritual with the Christmas tree. So we always have 60 live candles, and before we light them, everyone in the family go into the kitchen and they sit there and we sing Christmas carols, and we close the door into the living room, and then my father, he lights all the candles, and then when he's finished he knocks on the door, and then we open the door, and it's this like wow experience, because it's really like it's an amazing view to see these 60 candles suddenly there when everything else is dark. So that is kind of my favorite Christmas ritual.
Where I grew up in Germany, for example, some of my friends did like the confirmation, like this religious thing, but they just did it because everybody did it, and there was no real meaning behind it. Like it didn't mean anything to them. So I also have this expression. For many people, Christmas is also just, buying expensive gifts for each other and exchanging them, and that's it. But there could be so much more to a ritual.
And I agree, and kind of in today's society, a lot of the rituals we did have, like some are forgotten and some are not there anymore. So I think we also need to have this intention behind what we do. And this is also connected to the mindfulness practice. Like you need to be present in what you're doing and put an intention for it to actually have the benefits of it. Yeah. And what we see with the ritual is that they can bring more meaning to your life. It can bring more
can ground you, and it gives you some feeling of safety. It's something that you repeat, that you do all the time, and every time you do it, it reinforces the meaning that it has. And I read that it's also good for like emotional regulation. So for example, if you break up with your partner, then you like take the pictures or some present that person gave you and burn it. Then that's a symbolic act, it's a ritual, but it does something to you because the rituals are like connect us with our subconscious, right? So the languages of our subconscious is imagery and metaphors, and if we do these like acts and like value them up with meaning, like this burning of the photos kind of communicates with our inner life and our subconscious, and then on a deep level we understand, okay, I burn this now, I have to let go of that person and this relationship.
What ritual can do is connect you also deeper to your values. For example, at having a Sunday dinner and gathering having that every Sunday. That can be a ritual you can do because your value is family time, spending time with your family. And how you can do that into a more of a ritual is, for example, make it even special that it's not just a regular day, is, for example, having a dinner with a candle. Just like everyone is sitting down and you light a candle. It makes a more ritual over it, and it makes it more meaningful
Yeah, just
compared to every day.
nicer and more ceremonial. I mean, you could even light a candle just if you eat on your own, right? Because
Yeah.
that's like some self-love stuff. Just because you're worth it and you want to make it nice and a little festive, and you can light your candle. Or every morning you have your little personal ritual. So, since in our society there are some rituals that don't really mean anything to us anymore, we could, make up our own little rituals and transform habits that we have into some nice rituals and like have some meaning in that, which help us to ground ourselves and give us this feeling of safety and just like kind of increase quality of life.
This is something you can do for yourself and on your own, but you can also do it in, for example, your group of friends, with your family.
It can actually like strengthen the bond between in social groups. If you do rituals together, it's a very bonding experience.
We have some experience with that. We here in this White House, we do some rituals, and it brings us closer together.
Yeah, and it's just like we try to take it seriously and not laugh while we play this shitty music and everything, just because it's fun and it's like you remember it, like, yeah, you remember that ritual that was like something special in the day, because we made this decision of making it special.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been if we didn't have put the intention and the effort behind it. Yeah. So what you can do, so for the task of this 22nd of December, it is to make a ritual out of a habit you already have, to bring more value and more intention into your life. And with that, we say
Goodbye, my mindfulness friends. See you soon.